Good day. Good day, my beautiful people of the internet. How are we doing this Monday morning? It hasn't rained, has it? It looks foggy, or it looks at least gloomy. I know it was foggy last night, but foggy, yes. Oh, maybe fog has something to do with something. We are listening to the pineal gland to clear that energy. I'm using it for myself. We also are rocking the blue candles and the purple candle, which deals with your throat chakra, your crown. Thinking also emotions, because emotions are very significant in how we perceive things is significant. But we are going to use the ink dye cards. I'm not going to keep this one. Oh, so these are cards that I made. I saw someone do like ink blotting, and I was like, oh, I could do that. But I didn't actually use ink. I think I did use ink from a couple of pens that were like, I probably just used to do this anyway. But then I got some other like colors, even a thicker type of paint, because I didn't feel like going to the Michaels or the Hobby Lobby on the highway. So I just went, locally. I could have went to Staples actually. But these are using like more colored paints, something a little thicker when I needed something thin. So substituting something is significant. I mean, it still worked out. I have this deck that I can use. And I also have larger ones that we'll use. I think I've done those once or twice before. But this one looks familiar. So let's see what we have. Depending on which way we look at this kind of looks like a uterus. Oh, it kind of looks like a crab too, but a crab who is deformed. Like you can't see the legs. Maybe someone's ripped the legs off. Maybe this is a crab that's cooked already. Someone is enjoying it. But a crab makes me think of a uterus. It also kind of looks like those look down there, like when the eggs are really released from the fallopian tubes. This kind of looks like sperm floating around. Something about a pregnancy could be significant. Someone could be pregnant. There could be the question of a pregnancy with the sperm. If someone had twins, I've heard a story or two where someone was pregnant by two different people when they had twins. So one twin belonged to one dad and the other twin belonged to the other dad. This could be a matter of like a Maury case to see whose sperm was stronger or more, what is the word? Where it has more vitality, more energy, more... Like someone may have a low sperm count. Because here it looks like it's a lot more activity. And here it kind of looks like... what else? It also kind of looks like... a butt crack. Just one. But now that I'm looking at, I don't even know if you can see it in the middle there. It kind of looks like I don't know if you can see it. It kind of looks like a spine, because here it has like this distinction, And then when you go down, it looks like it's almost like a totem, or even something like this, a wand, a magic wand. This could be sexual, but like a wand or a totem or something that, like, I don't know, would remind me of something like this, but more so wooden, something that's wooden and carved. And it's carved in shapes. Like, how many shapes would there be? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, like maybe 6, 5 or 6. It could also be like a pipe, a smoking pipe, or maybe a pipe that someone could use in a ritual. It looks like this is some, oh, it kind of also look, oh, so take it down, look at that. Someone could be very tall and someone could be very short. So there's one thing where there's someone who has more authority and is, oh, so many ugly things. Someone who has more authority over someone and makes them bow down to them. And this could be in any way at all. Like here I see this would be this person's head and their body. And this is like their, oh my God. This area here, their rib cage area, the torso, thank you. This would be their torso area. And then this would go down to where the genitals are. And then it looks like this person here has their back to me, so I can't see them, just their silhouette. But it looks like this person is either short enough to give fellatio while standing, or this person is slightly bending to do this, is what I see. I'm sorry if that's crass to some people, but I mean, I see what I see. So in saying all of that, it made me think of this video that I didn't just see it, and I didn't actually watch the video. It was in my recommended, and I think the page's name is DJ Ghost, but he talks about different, he reacts to different videos. In this particular video was a cop who made a woman that he was going to arrest give him fellatio in order for her not to be arrested. I didn't watch the video, I just saw the caption and I didn't want to watch it. But that's what that makes me think of there. And this is not like sexually, then this is just someone who uses their authority over the people under them. Whether this is a work-related thing, this is just someone who feels bigger than life itself. And it's almost like they want people to bow down to them. This could be a mother or a father, or maternal or paternal energy, because this looks like a uterus to me, with the fallopian tubes and the eggs coming out and the sperm and such. Something about a sperm bank is significant, or someone getting some type of in vitro because of a low sperm count. We said the crab thing. Doesn't that look like a crab without the back? Like they're missing all the legs except these two here, and those look kind of deformed too. It almost kind of looks like a wig as well, like a really short pixie cut type of a wig. It kind of tapers around your ears and the back of your neck. It could, maybe someone is keeping their uterus. I say that, and then I was about to say something. Like, it kind of reminds me of a movie when there's this big, yucky looking animal or organism that is like sludging against the floor, like someone took the legs off, and with the two little deformed arms in the front, they're still trying to move forward, but they really can't catch you. What else is, I don't know what else is standing out to me. Something about fingerprints could be significant. What I did was put a blot of ink or paint, and then fold the page, and whatever design came out. And this, I don't know if you could see it. It looks like it has fingerprints in it from the design it left, even here, 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 and here. These dots here don't have the fingerprint look though. Just this area, this, and this. So something about leaving fingerprints. Someone could have like their pH balance could be off. You think about fingerprints on your uterus, and then it's different, you know, this is someone with a lower sperm count, someone with a higher sperm count. And then you got different fingers all up in that area that could throw off. If you got different people ejaculating inside of you, that would also throw off your pH balance. Yeah. The wig thing also kind of reminds me of the white wigs they used to wear back in the day. It's named George or Washington. First thing that came to me. Something about signing a document. Delaware could be significant. Waging war. Someone could be the president of something. Washington, peanuts. What is that? What is the guy that did the peanuts? Carver? Something about peanuts. Maybe someone has a peanut allergy. Maybe someone's name is Peanut or Nut. Or Nut. Something about a nut. I don't know. And then what is that? Sometimes I feel like a nut. Sometimes I don't. I don't know what else we can get out of this. Yeah. This one here looks funny. I don't know. All right. Oh. All right. So you know what just came to me? 13:13 on the clock as I about to say this. This, I was like, this sperm looks funny. This could be, so it's like a no. This is like 8th house activity, that taboo stuff. Like siblings or cousins that have chromosomes. Something about someone's chromosomes are not right. Someone's child could have Down syndrome. Something about sickle cell could be significant, and sickle cell is I was gonna say something so ignorant. It's associated with melanated people. So that could be significant. Someone could have the trait or the actual disease. Maybe this has to do with two people having a child and both of them have that trait. All right. So what else are we gonna do? Because I don't even know what any of that means right now. About a pregnancy, a baby, some crab with deformed legs. Maybe someone was in some type of like crabs in a barrel. So this is someone trying to keep a crab down. Oh, that would be dope. Okay. Like someone is trying to keep a crab down. You're trying to get out of a group or a society or community that you feel is holding you back. Like you want to grow, you want to be bigger, you want to do things. And these people have been, and the other crabs around you have been trying to pull you down, and they've been grabbing at your legs, trying to get you to stay. Maybe if they take your legs off, you won't be able to make it. But even with these two little the dun-dun-duns that you got, oh, my husband would laugh. He always says, use your small hand. He says my hands are small. So he makes fun of me as if, what is that, Scream? Or I Know What You Did Last Time. Whatever the spoof of it is. But they tried to stop you from getting out, and they couldn't stop you. Oh, that's dope. And then in terms of the reference of like giving birth to something, if this is not a physical child, then you could be giving birth to who you are, birth to your organic being, almost like a baptism. All right, let's get some more cards. That was a lot of talking. I don't even remember half of this shit I said. Oh, that'd be the crazy part. That'd be the crazy part. All right. What do we have? And it would be two. Mystic Swamp. Deep dark waters soar. Wait. Deep dark waters, your reflection you can't see. You won't find yourself if you don't go deep. Going deep. A deep dive. Pause. Boogeyman. As life unfolds and shadows overpowers light, will my innocence be left untouched? What does that mean? My innocence left untouched, with the embryo here with sperm. A mystic swamp. This is deep, dark waters, going into the depths of a situation, the depths of your own soul. You would definitely need to go to the depths of one's soul in order to heal and come out on the other side of this. Maybe these arms and things that you've lost in this battle to try to get out of this bucket, maybe they're not physical people. They were physical people, but in this healing journey, this was you grappling with the memories of that. But these are still two people on their own. It's like this person, oh my God. This person is walking through this swamp to get to the truth, to get to something deeper, a deeper understanding or a deeper knowing of something. There's like some light up here that either looks like this is the moonlight, or this person is walking their way to some type of castle or some type of structure where they're going to get more information. They're going to get this light here. And then this is the person who finally gets to their destination, and they're confronted with whatever this truth is, whatever this shadow is. Something about someone's eyes could be significant because you can only see the reds of this person's eyes. The Boogeyman. Me and my husband were watching, well, I was watching, and then I showed it to him later that day. But it was a small short on YouTube about not the Matrix, even though it was Keanu Reeves. It was, oh my God, John Wick. And they were telling the story. The guy, the Russian father, was like telling the story to his son and his number one dude about John Wick and how they called him Babalu. And then the guard said the Boogeyman. And then the dad said that John Wick wasn't just the Boogeyman. that John Wick was the person they sent to kill the boogeyman. So is this John Wick coming to fight the boogeyman? What does that even mean? It almost looks like one final battle. And look at the boogeyman and look at John Wick. As life unfolds and shadow overpowers light, will my innocence be left untouched? Innocence. Innocence also includes being privy from maybe certain truths. This has to do with an embryo and possibly two different fathers. Someone's innocence could have been lost because they could have been confronted with the truth about their their lineage, who their parent is. Confronting the boogeyman, the big bad wolf. I don't know what that John Wick reference has to do with anything, but I resonate heavily with that whole idea of John Wick and the movies themselves. Anyway, so someone could be confronting some truth with regard to their lineage, who their parent is. At the bottom we have witch. Beneath the veil of night, my thoughts conjure light. Shining through the darkness, I am magic burning bright. Magic. Magic is alchemy. More about light. This here, the light was just kind of like scattered, here, there. If you didn't really pay attention, if you were just really trying to follow your path and focus on this destined place that you're supposed to get to, then maybe you didn't pay attention to the lights or how they're strategically placed. So this could be someone who was not paying attention to the red flags along the way, along this journey, along their life. They weren't looking at the red flags. They weren't paying attention, or maybe they just didn't want to walk truly into this light. They didn't want to face the boogeyman. The boogeyman could be some type of trauma also in someone's life. This will be sacral energy. And in the sacral chakra, that's where our trauma is stored, if I'm not mistaken. And this is this goldish color, the yellow, the solar plexus, the sacral chakra. Something to do with a sacral chakra energy, whether it has to do with creating something, or it has to do with something sexually, where someone is finding out some truth. And this is a big truth. This is it's almost like facing your worst fear. Facing your worst fear. I watch this, I know, referencing YouTube all the time. I watch a lot of like the shorts and stuff. I think it works well for my attention span because I do fall asleep during movies. But I could watch a short or a little recap because it takes a little bit of my time. But in this short I was watching, the name of the channel is Chase and Mellow. They're a couple. They do content. They're engaged. They're cute. Mellow, she does like pole dancing. Not like, she practices. She's good. Pole dancing isn't just for the strip club. She has a lot of inner strength and endurance. She's a little person, but I've seen bigger women get on the pole, and I'm like, God damn, you gotta get your life right. Whatever. Anyway, so she's on the pole, and she's dancing. Her dude is there, and the friend. She has a bunch of friends that they do skits with and stuff too. So she's on the pole, and it's starting to fall. And her fiance's reaction to saving her life, because she wrote that in the caption, he saved my life. He grabbed the pole and pulled it towards him with her still holding on to it so that she didn't hit the wall. And I don't know what was on the other side of that wall, but there was something else there. She would have got all the way fucked up. But she said he saved my life. And the point of view, she said, my biggest fear coming true. So her biggest fear on the pole was it detaching and her falling to the floor. This has to deal with someone's biggest fear. This biggest fear deals with something to do with their family, their lineage, something that they created. Could also be someone's biggest fear is someone in their life, however, whatever capacity that is, but someone who is in someone's life who they don't want to see grow. So yeah, we have that. Okay, let's get some cards from this deck here. God, omniscience, almighty. In God we trust. George Washington, money. In God we trust. Something about money is significant, or a higher power. We saw a witch there. Someone could have been, I don't know. Look how the boogeyman looks, and look how this God energy looks. This is like this person stepping out of the shadows. And then you get to see more of their form, more of who they are. And although this energy here says God, when you look at this image here, in the darkness, this energy looks, in the darkness, this energy looks like it is so much larger than it is. Not that this problem isn't huge, not that the boogeyman isn't going to, whatever the boogeyman is bringing forth, not that it isn't going to hurt, but maybe we thought that it was going to hurt a lot more, or we thought that this rejection was going to put us in a dark place, and it really hasn't. It's like facing the boogeyman allows one to come into this energy of the God within, the Almighty being able to withstand whatever this is that is sent to destroy. Puppet is also significant. Manipulation, strings, obedience. Obedience. It makes me think of the crabs in the barrel. Look, with the strings, trying to hold someone back, trying to control their movements. This is like someone willing to break their own legs in order to get away. Do crab legs grow back naturally? I don't know. Maybe this person is like, I don't give a fuck. I'll survive with these two stubs in the middle. This shows this person's greatness, the power, the strength they have within, the inner power, the inner strength. To say, I don't care what it takes to get out of this situation. I'm not staying here. This is not where I live. This is not where I belong. You can't hold me back with your tricks. Giant, strength, towering, mythical giant's realm. A lot of energies with regard to like big, strong energies. Overpowering energies. Oh, even with this one. Someone is going to face their attacker or face the person who wronged them. They're going to stand up to their bully. This God energy is you. Although when this person comes out of the darkness, it just shows that, to me, it doesn't speak in terms of the words, but the imagery. This person, once they come out of the darkness, they're it's like going to the Wizard of Oz and finding out the Wizard of Oz is a small little person in the back of this machine trying to just pull in the strings. But this God energy. So this person goes from being this big to this small. And you going from looking this small to being this big. And then you go to this size of a giant. Now you're towering over this person's energy. You realize that, wait, you're no better than me. You're no stronger than me, no taller than me. Your energy isn't any more precious than mine. It would be that energy like we bleed the same blood. Why am I scared of someone who's like me? But then you realize why this person was doing all this stuff. If this has to do with someone keeping you back. Because you tower over this person. You didn't realize your own strength. If this is like the parent, someone is finding out something about their lineage. Someone could be going to someone who can give them a higher perspective. They could also be going within to find the strength to get. These strings here are karmic strings, karmic ties. This is this person's creator. It's hard to break away from the person who created you. Especially if you have so much love for this energy. And we're taught to love thy mother. Love and honor thy mother and thy father. No one speaks to the fact that what happens when thy mother and thy father isn't honoring you. How does that, how do we reconcile that energy? Because then just this sense of entitlement. I can treat you any way I want, and I can talk to you any kind of way I want, and I could do whatever it is I want because I'm your parent and you should be listening. If I say so, it should be true. Because they play this God in your life. They created you. But now you're standing up to this big bad wolf, this boogeyman. No, I'm John Wick. I came to kill the boogeyman. I came to cut ties with these curses, with these traumas, with these lies. Someone's like, they were afraid to stand up to this energy. So this journey was long. Let's get some more cards. 33, 32 could be significant. The color red could be significant. Root chakra energy. This is too many. We'll take the moon. Intuition, subconscious, emotions, fears, deceit. Things are not as they appear. With this energy here of the mystic swamp. Where I said along this journey, this person wasn't paying attention to the little flags, the red flags, the things that were like pop. That was this person's intuition. They weren't paying attention to that along the way. Not realizing that things weren't as they appeared with whoever or whatever this situation or relationship is. A Cancer or a Pisces could be significant. The moon deals with the fourth house energy, home and family. So this mystic swamp, remember lotus flowers grows out of swamps. You're like a lotus flower growing out of the darkest parts of yourself, parts of your upbringing. But I believe now you are in the energy that you are, well, not now, you are using your intuition. You are. But it was a fear, because if this has to do with someone's parents, someone wants to believe the best of their parents, not the worst. They don't want to know those type of truths. Freedom, Uranus, a leap of faith, breaking free, a new cycle, fast change, new direction. Someone has, like I opened up their intuition. And then we have like the Pisces with the Uranus energy that are right next door to each other. Very high level energies. Uranus deals with getting out like a rebellious energy. I'm not going to do the same things. I'm not going to remain in the same cycles that my family has been in for years, for decades, generations. I want to do something different. This boogeyman. It also then reminds me of this thing I would see on Instagram, and it was like a grandmother, and like say she had a bag full of like just clothes, but it was supposed to symbolize like baggage that she was carrying. So she would just get so frustrated, and she took that bag and she passed it down to her daughter. So then her daughter was weighed down with that bag of clothes that I guess no one wanted, or they didn't know how to heal. They didn't know how to release. So she then went to place that baggage on her own daughter until she stopped and thought. It makes me want to cry. She stopped and thought about it because she didn't want to place that much heaviness on her own child. She knew what it felt like to carry it. And she wanted to stop the cycle. So this is someone breaking the cycle. Whether this is creating something for themselves from this sacral chakra energy, or this is the creation of like a child from this. One more card, please. Closed off. Guarded resistance, pride, defensiveness, wounded warrior. Wounded warrior is this energy here. As life unfolds and shadows overpower light, the shadow overpowers the light. The goodness that you once saw in someone is now dimming. Even in this energy here, the closer you get to the truth in this journey, the less light there is ahead. It's like walking into, I don't know if you watched the originals, but Elijah, this brother, he had a door, a red door that he kept things behind. Things that he may have been ashamed of, he regretted. Terrible things he didn't want to unleash out within himself. Things that he's done and said, and the viciousness behind his actions. It's like he kept it behind his red door. And when that door was opened, you saw the true shadow of Elijah, and it was scary as shit. Someone is coming up against that, the true shadow of someone. And this person is guarded and afraid. But again, they don't realize how much power they actually have. I'm listening to frequency music. One of the ones that came up to watch was the thunder and the lightning. And I was like, I don't want to listen to that. I want to listen to something a little softer. What is this we're listening to? Quick pineal gland activation, third eye opening. I wanted something to, I guess, maybe help someone else open up something within them so they can start to cut the strings, cut the cords. But this boogeyman is going to be very defensive. It's going to make you feel as if you can't find the answers. It's crazy to try to find answers from people in your life who should have these answers, and when you ask them, it's like, oh, I don't know anything about that. Or like, especially if it has to do with memories, you kind of count on the older people in your life that surrounded you in order to, you know, give you those flashbacks if you can't remember yourself. And it's almost like a big mystery. So something about that is significant. What else are we doing now? We have, okay, what's the vibe? What's the vibe? Karmics, third parties, haters, lessons learned. With the God energy, this lesson that you're learning is that you're more powerful than you think you are. This lesson that you're learning is helping you bring the light back into your life. This lesson is helping you bring the truth to you, clarity. Third parties could have something to do with this crabs in a barrel, or this energy of a mother and there being two fathers or two possible fathers. I don't know, my energy just felt like it got sad. At the bottom, we have intimacy, mutual respect, unity, closeness. Someone is learning lessons with someone that they have this intimacy with. This looks like this could be a boyfriend and a girlfriend, but it also looks like it'd be like a brother and a sister, cousins, just family, people who care about each other. So someone is finding out people that they care about, people that they have this closeness with, or third parties or karmics in their life, possibly even haters. Tell me about the puppet. Suffering in silence, unspoken desires, real feelings, broken dreams. Cutting these ties. I can't imagine having to cut ties with your mother or your sister or your brother, your grandparents, or like these. You think about, these are the people, even let's say you can have cousins that are really close, but ideally the people in your immediate family you think would be your ride or die. Those are your team players. And what do you do when those are not your team players? When everyone else have team players on their team, but you don't. And what do? You have to cut those ties. And when you cut those ties, people around you can't understand those feelings that you feel. The disappointment, the lack of love. Even maybe on your side, you are starting to feel this loss of love. Not loss of love, but loss of closeness. When my mother passed away, I got a lot of condolences. Even now, people send me messages when she, on the anniversary of her death. I don't feel the way that when I get the messages. Like, I'm very much if I'm going to give you a card, the card is going to really say what I feel about you. I can't fool myself. I can't go get a card and say, oh my God, thank you for all the memories. I love you so much. If that's not our reality. My mother and I had a very challenging relationship. I just didn't feel the way society believes a daughter should feel when her mother passes away. Toxic drama, arguments, incompatibility. Suffering in silence because the real feelings. I'm supposed to feel this way, but now that we're cut off from each other, I don't. Should I feel bad for that? Does that mean that my feelings were not real? I cut off a 20-year friendship and I didn't cry about it. It was the way in which, I guess, when I found out and what I found out, that it surpassed hurt. It was more like surprise, disappointment, not even really anger. Almost just like really wow. But surprisingly, I cut that relationship off as if it never existed. That actually surprised me because I had a lot of feelings for this individual. Very close, closer than blood relatives, 45, 55. But now I feel like I feel nothing. I don't feel hate. I don't feel joy. I feel nothing. I don't wish any bad harm. I wish you healing. But I don't know. But I think this is the energy. It's like, should I feel that way? Is it wrong for me to feel that way? But look what we're leaving though. Toxicity, drama, arguments. Whatever the situation is, whatever initiated this closure, or this someone just starting to think. This could also be like a child, whether you're a 5-year-old child, but you probably wouldn't be 5 listening to this, but a young adult or an adult child and their parent always trying to, son them. I'm a grown-ass woman though. Don't do that. Don't do that. Always wanting to control how you talk to them, or how you express yourself, how you feel. This person wants to puppeteer how you feel about things that has nothing to do with this person. And this energy here could be suffering in silence. But I don't think so. Maybe broken dreams, in the sense that someone likes the appearance of a happy family, or the appearance of that I'm a parent that takes care of my child, and look at me, I sent my child here, and look at me, I pay for that, and look at me, this child had the designer clothes, look at me. But what did you invest in this person emotionally? How did you sit down? Did you ever sit down and have conversations, just deep conversations about this child, this person, what it is they wanted, how they felt about life, what was their opinions on things, and not what you wanted them to feel, think, or say, or do. So whoever this crab energy is, this bully, this parent, they're karmic to this child. I didn't really have anything else. Well, we at 48, 47. I don't think we need to pull any other cards. Maybe we'll get some letters. Oh, we could do a couple of these, because these are small. Readings always go so long. Temperance, needing to create balance. Look, with a snake in the grass. Trying to alchemize this energy, trying to find harmony, because they found someone who they can't trust in their midst. Just a couple, please, and thank y'all. Shadow work, self-reflection, introspection on these karmic third parties, on themselves, finding the God within, the omniscience, the omnipresence. Or this is someone who, if you are religious, maybe you are going more into church, Speaking with someone who gives you the enlightenment you seek. Transportation matters. Movement, car troubles, new car, accident, trains, planes, buses, accident, or could be significant. Someone could be getting a new car. Maybe you're having troubles with your car. This is someone who was having trouble moving in terms of their energy, moving away from someone or something because of its value to them, or the value someone placed on something that they're realizing isn't as valuable as they once thought. It's more about the quality of the energy as opposed to just the energy, not just the energy being present or just a name. The High Priestess. Intuition, mystery, inner knowing. This fell near here with the intuition, with the moon. Pisces energy is very significant. Someone had this inner knowing. They started listening to their intuition about the devil. Someone keeping them in bondage. Addiction is significant. Someone's feeling trapped by material desires, living in the lowest aspects of themselves. Something about the LGBTQIA community is significant. Someone could be coming out, living their, this is the Aquarius energy, the Uranus. This is someone living in their truth. Legal matters are significant. Disputes, negotiations, litigations, civil cases, and spiritual war. Scorpio is significant. Also deals with magical stuff. Intensity, depth. Going into the depth. Oh, somebody walked into the depth of what was taboo. The boogeyman has something to do with the Scorpio energy with death. The 8th house deals with the house of taboo, and it's all types of things. Magic. It deals with death and birth. It deals with like all those things in terms of paperwork, inheritances, other people's money, monies from the government. There's so many things that could be involved in this crabs in the barrel energy and what someone created. Someone is an energy vampire trying to suck. This is like that puppet energy. Someone who's trying to suck the life out of you. Maybe someone is telling someone that coming out with this coming out in this energy here is like taboo, that is going to cause a lot of problems, and they should keep it to themselves because it's like this, they're making someone feel as if they're living in their devil energy, like that people would maybe call them the devil. This could be someone who has a very religious people with God, religious people in their family, and their family who may know about this is telling them, no, you should keep that to yourself, with the ascendant at the bottom. First impressions. This is what the world is going to see. 5333 is significant. This is what the world is going to see. Do you want them to see you as a perverse person? That's terrible. That one's family would treat them that way or say things that way. They should be the ones who are there uplifting you, supporting you. 4th house. Change of events because of this shadow work. There's a change of events because of this shadow work and these legal matters. Something to do with trauma and narcissistic behavior. With regard to these legal matters, something to do with a terrible event that happened because of lack of empathy. There could have been something about a troubled relationship or someone's excessive need for attention and admiration. Entitlement. We talked about entitlement. This shadow work is someone really doing a lot of thought about the people around them and how they want to move. This change of events. This is like the this is like the Wheel of Fortune energy. Someone who wants to heal. Crystals could be significant in that healing process. Someone understanding that where they are, they're not appreciated. They're not loved. And then we have the dream with this Neptune 12th house. The purple candle. Someone is coming into the purple candle with the third eye opening. Someone is coming to a great understanding of themselves and the people around them. All right, we'll do these and then we will be out. 5526. 5526. Oh my God, just do it. Just do it. Just do it. Oh wow. So this typically doesn't really happen. I want to take these here because they stuck. And these, come on babies. These here because those stuck. Oh wow. These stuck too. And these stuck. Sweet. So we're going to put those back and we're going to use these. That's a lot. We'll take those for now. Something about someone's health is significant. Awakening, clarity, consciousness, growth, balance. Someone could be coming into some type of awareness with regard to their health or the health of someone else. This health could have something to do with something emotional or spiritual with this awakening. Someone coming into this conscious clarity. The letter O is significant. Venus. This awakening or this clarity has to do with Venus is Taurus or Libra energy. Deals with love, beauty, art, value, fertility, sex, desire, prosperity, and Friday is significant. So something about fertility is like the mother energy, Empress. This is the second planet from the sun. So it's like the sun is shining on Venus possibly. This is the goddess of love. Aphrodite is significant. The brightest object in the sky next to the moon. And we have the moon out here. Interesting. With the high priestess, what does that mean? The brightest object in the sky next to the moon. But the moon is pretty, at night is pretty dark too. So there's still mysteries to be had. Rocky solid surface, significant with Mars, the Earth, and Mercury. So Mars is Aries energy, Mercury is Virgo and Gemini, and the Earth, the Virgo, Taurus, Capricorn. Those signs could be significant. The letter K is significant. Something is okay with regard to love or a mother or Libra or Taurus. Something about Oklahoma could be significant. Something about a KO is significant. Number 1, this could have to do with some type of, it makes me think of a boxing match. KO'd, and this is the number 1. Something about pride. Oh, excuse me. Someone is awakening from their own pride or awakening to someone else's pride. Awakening to someone's anger, their feelings of anger. Someone who, when you get to their shadow, they show you this love energy, but their shadow is this pride and anger. That's where their darkness is, and their anger. The letter B is significant. BK, British Knight, Burger King. BO, body odor, OB. Isn't that Odell Beckham? Something about football, the Giants. KB, BK. 666, the step back. Take a step back to rethink it and ask yourself if what you are doing right or wrong. It falls next to legal matters and love. So someone is contemplating, maybe someone is turning in a parent or someone in their family. We have the number 10. Someone's trying to close a cycle. From 1 to 10, something happened really quickly. Once it started, it was like, there was no stopping it. The letter H is significant. I should put one up here. The letter A is significant. AK. AKA, also known as, someone can have aliases. This is someone's number one alias, is significant. Aha. An aha moment is significant, or come to Jesus moment with regard to someone's narcissistic behavior. This is the number 6 is significant. 6 makes me think of, and look, 666. Oh shit. My receipt, I'll show you my receipt. I went to the grocery store the other day, and my rewards for my Stop and Shop balance is 666. Interesting. What else do we have? So 6 could deal with the past. It could deal with someone trying to leave a situation that is chaotic. Could be someone who is being recognized after leaving a toxic situation. Or it could be someone sharing some information. Maybe sharing information with regard to a BD. Someone's child's father. Someone's child's father. Baby daddy. Somebody's date of birth. Baby daddy, date of birth. Someone is angry about that. Dealing with love, infertility. Someone's child's mother. What else do we have? Someone could be getting booked by the police. Enlightenment, insight, knowledge, calling. Someone has enlightenment. A BD has enlightenment. What is a DB? Maybe those initials are significant for someone. 6D, the 6th dimension. What's going on in the 6th dimension? Maybe that's an apartment number, 6D, 6B, light energy. A revelation of a truth hidden in the shadows. Someone is angry. 6 BDs? Are there 6 baby daddies? Wait a minute. This is a sperm. 1, 2, 3, 4. Is that one? 5 and 6? Or that one? I guess. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So let's say someone had sex with 6 people in a small span of time and trying to figure out which sperm got to the egg first. That's crazy work. Someone is in fear of this revelation of truth. Knowledge, purity, healing, guidance, life creation. There's a revelation of truth about this life and creation. Life-giving power, a mother or a father. Wow. So once someone with the lights, they were walking through this journey, weren't paying attention to the red flags, but once they did, it went from 1 to 10. It went very quickly. Academics could be significant. Academic. Dang, nothing else wants to come out. Look, dead on arrival is also significant. Dead on arrival. With a baby daddy who is angry about some enlightenment. Dealing with fertility, love, a child, what they valued. Oh, snap. The letter K is significant and the number 1 is significant. 1 to 10. Maybe the baby daddy's initial was K or O. Desire. This revelation is going to come out about someone's desires and what they did for that desire or how they acted. I don't know. Any more information? Any more information? The letter R is significant. RH, Rhode Island. I know. Just go with Rhode Island, please. Ra, the sun god. The sun is significant. A Leo is significant. Enlightenment, a revelation of something. The light being shown. The light being shown on the boogeyman. Who is the boogeyman? Is the question. Should we ask who the boogeyman is? Alright. Not with these cards. I'm going to use tarot. Any more information? More enlightenment. The letter C is significant. The letter C could be this person having this clarity or this awakening, or this is being had about this person. Something about Colorado is significant. Someone is angry or prideful over a CD, so it contains information, so something about information. DC, Washington could be significant. COD, something on delivery. What is that? COD? DOC? Isn't that some type of organization? DOC? I don't know. The letter U is significant. Let's put this up here because I don't know if you'll be able to see it down here at the bottom. So the letter C, we got the letter U. Someone cutting something out. Getting rid of something. Heart chakra. Cutting out, not cutting out love, but cutting, like, it's like being discerning. Someone is now going to be discerning with their love. With zero next, zero tolerance. Something is taking place in November with the zero tolerance. So whatever is going on has happened or is going to happen, and November is significant. Look, with fertility, this would be my Empress energy card. Renewal, growth, creation. This is happening with someone's mom or something that they created in November. And it goes from 1 to 10. It goes very quickly once it starts. 1A could be significant. 1H, 1K. I don't know if apartment buildings go that high. Number 1 again. 1A is significant, or maybe 11A, or 1111 could be significant. November 11th, November 1st, November 16th. 61 or 16 is significant. 10, November 10th. 60 is significant. 10 is significant. And at the bottom we have enlightenment, and at the bottom of this we have water, intuition. A water sign is significant. Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio. Someone is using their intuition. Safe travels, moving away from whatever this energy is. Number 2 is significant as well. Ow. I just had a pain in my, oh shit. Ay, no te sientes nombre. Es que no estoy entiendo. A pain in my neck. Oh my God, that hurts so bad. 9 of coins, possibilities with the 9. Oh wow, 9 and 9. 9 and 9. 99 is significant, maybe 1999. But 99 in terms of the possibilities. Possibilities of a wish fulfillment. Anything is possible. The list of possibilities could be endless in terms of who someone's dad is. So maybe this number 6 is very significant. Homeroom is significant, or human resources is significant. Someone could have had some type of affair at their job. Human resources involved with the desire energy. 5 of Cups. Someone is disappointed, feeling trapped by this journal energy is like someone's personal information. Someone could be getting blackmailed. Someone could like a lot of Coca-Cola. C-O-K. Something about the engine that could is significant. Something about a dining room or a bedroom is significant. Who is... I didn't even get to ask who. Who is, who are we looking for? ¿Qué están aquí, no es cierto? Te no fute. Pequeñas cenas. The Boogeyman. Someone you live with. Hard work. Fruits of their labor. It says the 8 of coins. Someone you live with or someone that you can know from your job. This person could be a Capricorn, Virgo, or a Taurus. Queen of Cups. This is with the heart chakra. This is someone's mother. This person could be a Cancer, Scorpio, or a Pisces. Heavy Scorpio with the 7 of Cups. Runaway imagination, options, feeling empty. This Boogeyman is someone that you know on an emotional level. But the Tower is here. So yes, this is definitely with the Queen of Cups. Someone who's nurturing. So it gives mother energy. Or someone in your life who holds some type of maternal... They're supposed to love you. Society dictates that this person is supposed to love you. They're supposed to treat you a certain way. The eyes, look. The eyes are significant. Someone can have green eyes. The Boogeyman is showing these little red peaty eyes. And now the eyes are green once you're up close and personal. This energy, this Boogeyman energy is someone who's jealous of maybe your, it could be like a parent jealous of a child. Jealous that this child gets to live the way they wanted to. 3 of coins, skilled, labor, light, recognized, and field. Tower moments, everything is falling apart for, in this situation, it's from 1 to 10. You found out one thing, then you found out another thing, then you found out another thing, then you found out another thing. It was like you were confronted with a lot of this person's darkest energies. The devil. Okay, I'm going to go. I really appreciate you guys for watching. Thank you so very much. I love you. Thank you to the new folks who have subscribed. Thank you to the old folks who have been here. Thank you for the people who don't really watch but are subscribed. Thank you for the people who hate watch. Thank you to the people who really resonate with the message and you grinding with your girl. I appreciate that a lot. I appreciate it all, if I'm going to be honest. I just saw something that I thought, okay, I thought this was an H. I was like, does that spell child? C-H-D. But C-U-D could be significant. U-D? I don't know. Let me go before I start trying to figure some other shit out. I love you. Thank you. Bye.